Hello everyone, welcome to Coffee, Love, and Books. I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 tips I have for people who are extroverted and reading as an extrovert. So, I am an extrovert. I get energized by being around people, and I get kind of drained by being away from people for long increments of time. That doesn't mean I don't enjoy being alone from time to time, it just means that it tires me out. So, here's the thing, I love reading, but reading is a very much a lone task, and reading for hours and hours on end, while I can do it, especially if I'm in the throes of an amazing climax, does end up draining me and making me feel kind of depressed and sad, and I need to be around people. So, I decided to make this video as kind of a advice thing to me, as well as other people who may struggle with this. And just ways of getting the best of both worlds and getting human interaction, but also getting to read and enjoy the wonderful world of literature out there. So, tip number 1 is to adopt the read-on-the-go method. I don't know if this is because I was homeschooled or because I didn't have a smartphone for the longest time when everyone else my age did, but I always had a book with me wherever I went, or whenever I felt like I wouldn't know anyone, or anything. When I felt like I would have a dull moment, I had a book with me to read, to kind of distract myself, or also make it seem like I wasn't by myself at places or I had something to do. This is a really great way of, while not necessarily sitting down for hours on end to read, which might drain you, you're also kind of balancing out your human interaction with a book. And whereas moments where you would normally pick up your phone and start scrolling, have a book there to find time to kind of plan into your day, but also not plan into your day, times to read a book. And this will kind of assure that you actually do read. It's really great because when you have those dull moments, whether you're waiting at the DMV or you're in traffic and listening to an audiobook, you can always have something there to kind of keep yourself busy, but also in a really good and fulfilling way. This is also a great tip for finding time to read and, you know, in a busy life, but also it helps for those of us who crave human interaction, but also really want those moments to read, and sitting down for long increments of time can be really tiring, and you kind of feel like, oh man, I'm just reading because there's no one to talk to, and you can get right back into your next human interactive task. So, this is something I've really enjoyed. I typically will bring a book with me to work, so while I'm waiting for my parents or siblings to pick me up, I can be reading instead of scrolling through my phone. If you can drive, you can listen to audiobooks on your way to work. If you get to class early, you can have a book there to read. I know I've done that a few times. If you have breaks in between class, you can be reading. If you babysit, you can be reading while the kids are in bed and you kind of don't have anything else to do. Instead of watching TV, you can be reading. So just having these moments where you don't have anything to do or you're not talking to anyone and planning to read then is a wonderful way to get yourself in a good headspace for reading. Alright, tip number 2 is to read next to other people. Now this can be super distracting if you just go and sit next to your sibling who's watching TV and you're reading, but it can be a super helpful way of reading, especially if I know my sister was watching a movie that I had no interest in, and I was reading Mistborn Final Empire because I was just really excited, but I got to be around my sister while she was watching TV. When I feel exhausted or when I feel kind of just really sad because I haven't been around other people in a long time, I will just go up and sit next to my parents on the couch or something while they're on the computer. It's just a really great way for me to really soak in that human interaction when I'm not really interacting with anyone. And while it can be a little bit more distracting, it can also keep me energized and feel like I am around people and not just off by myself for hours on end. So tip number 3 is to pace yourself and basically take breaks. If you get exhausted mentally from reading by yourself for hours, do something else. Go be around people for 5 minutes. I know sometimes you just want to keep reading, but if you feel exhausted from being alone for so long, you should probably go upstairs, take a break, maybe do something interactive or social, or maybe watch a YouTube video. Maybe you just need to hear the voices of other humans. I don't know. Just do something that will keep you rested and not drain you. Maybe switch to reading next to someone else, like I mentioned in the previous tip. Just take a break. Don't be afraid to stop reading. Having to take a break is not failure at reading. So don't be afraid to take breaks. Don't be afraid to check out every once in a while. Put the book down, come back later, or just read it somewhere else. Change up your surroundings. Make it feel like you are doing different things. Number 4 is to buddy read. Now this is something I have never done, so if anyone out there wants to buddy read a book with me, I would love to. I often will be reading a book and I'll be confused about something or be really excited about something, but I can't tell anyone because they haven't read the book or because they wouldn't understand what's going on. So buddy reading is a great way for extroverts to feel like they are also having human interaction, where they are talking to other people about the book, or while they're reading, they're like, oh man, I can't wait to tell so-and-so about how much I enjoyed X, Y, and Z, or oh my goodness, that is the stupidest decision the character has ever made, I cannot wait to rant to X, Y, and Z. It just is a really great way of doing both things and feeling like your hobby is connected to your social life. I think that's wonderful. I love talking to my friends about books I've read, and it just is a great way of getting both things. So, if anyone out there wants to buddy read, please. And number 5 kind of ties into number 4. Join BookTube. If you're here, you probably already know a lot about BookTube, but a great way for an extrovert to feel like they are connected and talking about the books they enjoy is to interact with other people on BookTube about the books they love, and not just watching videos but also commenting, making your own videos, and just talking about the books you enjoy. It's a great way of having human interaction in relation to the things you read. It is just lovely, this community, and how much we can talk about books and how much we love them, and it's great. I love it. Reach out in people's comments, talk about stuff, just enjoy the conversation because I know we all love doing that here. So if you want to be more connected to BookTube, oh my goodness, so many great Discords or YouTube channels or whatnot. It's just a really great place to discuss what we love, and you can do it in a human interactive fashion. So those are my top 5 tips for reading as an extrovert. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I really enjoyed making this video. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you have a lovely Christmas season as we enter into it. I really enjoyed making this video, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye!